Good evening, Holly. Hello, everyone. I just discovered that I can display the comments on the screen so I don't have to highlight comments. Whoever's watching can see all the comments on the screen too. So let me know if that messes with your ability to read the comments as they're showing up on your screen, because I can turn that off, but it seems to look like it's going to be helpful. Anywho, let me share this real quick. I already got everyone tagged. I'm kind of on top of things today. So then we'll get into the reading, and then we're going to talk about intuition versus ego and how to decipher your intuition versus your ego. We've got some great points to bring up. Which reminds me, thank you. I emailed them to myself so I could bring them up on the computer. There we go. Cool. Okay. Here we are. It's going. Hi, Cassandra. It's going pretty well today. I had a little one stay home because he had a headache and a tummy ache. That light is bothering my eyes a little. Just a tad. Okay. It burns my retinas if it's pointed directly at me. It's a ring light, so I have it facing kind of at an upward angle in the opposite direction. So it lights, but it's not in my eyeballs. I'm doing good, Cassandra. How are you doing? Okay. Hi, Patrine. Nice to see you, love. I'm not seeing those comments now showing up on the little display thing. So that might just not work out. Okay. We're good. It was a good idea while it lasted. Hey, Ben. But it just wasn't showing the newer comments showing up. So that's right. It was a good shot. It is snowing again. We were supposed to maybe get a little snow at around 1 p.m. today, but it started snowing around noon. And then it just dumped on us for probably 30 minutes to an hour, and then it's started snowing a couple of times since then, and it's snowing right now. So I'm wondering when springtime's going to get here. I'd prefer rain instead at this point. I've had enough of the cold weather. Get my delivery of Dosha Rocks tomorrow. Yay! Mine is supposed to come tomorrow too. They said it was due yesterday to show up here, and then they changed it to today, and then they changed it to tomorrow. So mine is supposed to show up tomorrow. It hasn't changed in about 18 hours or so. So hopefully we both get our boxes tomorrow from her. I'm excited for mine because it's going to be the past 2 months of live sales combined, and a couple of extra little things, because I ordered a bracelet holder, a selenite bracelet holder from her, and she was out of them, so she had to reorder them, and then her shipment was delayed. So I was just like, hold on to it all and we'll just do it in one shipment. So I'm really excited because I don't even remember what I bought. It's been a couple of months. So it's going to be a surprise. It'll be like Christmas. Hey, Catherine. So it's always nice to have those surprises. And it usually happens to me anyway, even if I get the box within a week after ordering. I usually forget what I order because I order quite a few things. So, all right, let's start getting ready for this reading. Yes, yes, so exciting, so exciting. And I am remaining balanced while I'm waiting to see what's going on with my car, with finding a mechanic that can do it sooner than 6 weeks. So I'm waiting patiently, manifesting the perfect solution. Hey, Anna. All right, let's get started. We have Knight of Swords showing up on the bottom of the deck. This is showing up as the reversal, but it's not really like the lower frequency meaning of the card for me. Whenever I pulled it, they talked about you're being guided, like you're seeing yourself from your guide's perspective. So that sword is the sword of truth. It's light, it's lighting your path, and they're right behind you the whole way. So if you've been questioning, if you've been feeling like you everyone says I'm supported in all the realms and I have all these spirit guides, but I can't communicate with them, or I don't know how to connect to them, or I don't even feel like anyone's around me. Trust that they are, because this is that confirmation for you. You are meant to go through this time. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So you are meant to go through darkness at this time, but you're still going to make it. Okay. He's just now arriving at that fountain, the Ace of Cups fountain. And it's been a long journey and he got there a little late, but he got there. You know what I mean? So you might be feeling like you're going the long way to get to things, to manifest certain situations. But you're gaining wisdom. You see, it's not the destination, it's about the journey, about what you gain along the way. And that's wisdom. We have the hangman. This is the reversal of the hangman. So this is talking about having received enlightenment. He's hanging upside down. He starts off in the daytime and now it's nighttime. Those guys are about to take him down, cut him down because he's already gained that enlightenment. He's spent the time that he needed up there. And now it's time to come off. So you have gained the wisdom, everything that you need in this situation that you're facing. And it may seem like nothing is moving forward. Nothing is like there's no solutions. Like my car, I still don't have a mechanic yet, but I'm not focused on that. Um, I'm just, I got myself to this really zen place. And that's a good thing because my car is very important to me, right? It's important to anyone. It's your transportation, especially if you have to go out of town to go get groceries and things. So, but I love my car. So, it's, I have a connection with it. So it hurts me whenever my car is hurting. So I want her to be in good shape and I want her back in my possession and I want to be able to drive her. She's comfortable and she's up higher. So I feel comfortable. I feel big and I feel more powerful in a bigger car. So I love my truck. So anyway, things might not seem to be moving forward yet, but you've gained the wisdom, you have the resources, you have the things that you need to move through this. So it's time to get up and do something. We have the King of Cups showing up. This is the reversal of the card. So again, talking about being triggered, emotions surfacing, going through emotional turbulence, but still maintaining that balance. Again, this is the vice versa tarot, so not all of the reversals are going to mean the same as they would. This isn't even a reversal, actually. This is the reverse, and it's daytime. So, yeah. You have to go through the darkness to get to the light. Hermit card. You're going through the darkness to get to the light, okay? You have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have the information that you're seeking, but you need to be open to that. And sometimes we don't open up to that until we get to the top of the mountain, until we, get to that resting point of this long journey. Because whenever we're, hiking up that steep mountain and we're hot and we're thirsty and it's, bumpy and rocky and we slip and maybe we fall, but we're not really focused on, oh, I already have it. Oh, I already have that thing that I'm trying to hike up to the top of this mountain to find. It's already with me. We're not thinking that, right? Because that would be that would be too obvious. But sometimes we have to go through the journey to really understand the wisdom, that we already carry. This can be like a situation you kind of you feel that intuition saying, there's something amiss here. There's something not right about this. This is probably not going to turn out in my favor. And then you start to, overthink and pile on every single reason why, oh, you're just being negative. I'm not trying to be negative anymore, right? I'm trying to trust and everything like that. But trusting the universe is trusting you, the universe. So if your intuition is saying something and you just kind of bypass it, make excuses because maybe your ego really wants it, or you're catering to another person's wants, needs, and desires, because we tend to people please. Um, then you may have to go through the situation so that you can understand why your intuition was telling you that, so that moving forward, you won't second guess that intuition. You'll just say, oh, okay, because the last time I didn't follow that intuition, that's what happened. So you'll be more mindful. If you do proceed in the situation, you're going to be more mindful about it, and you will pull back if necessary. So this is you gaining that wisdom, that knowledge along the way that your intuition has already told you, from the beginning. But, sometimes we do have to go through situations just to have the experience, just to solidify those lessons. This is the beginning of the Eight of Pentacles. This is none of those pentacles are tangible yet. He's still working on the first one. Like, you have to get to work. You have to get going. Hi, Ariana. Hey, Susan. Um, so you are doing the work. You may be at the beginning stages, you can see it, you know what you want, but you're having difficulty getting started. Or there are things, disruptions, certain things that require more of your priority, more of your focus right now, and that's okay. It's going to come together. We have the 10 of Cups. Okay, 10 of Cups showing up as that. I keep thinking calm after the storm. So that's going to be really important, because if you're emotionally heightened right now, or you're just mentally fried, you're just dealing with a lot right now, mentally, emotionally, anything, there's going to be that big sigh of relief. And they're talking about being a gap between these, difficult energies, and then the next time you encounter some kind of a difficult energy, there's going to be like a big break so you can really rest. Hey, Dale. Hey, Kara. How you guys doing? Good to see you. So fortune after difficulty, the calm after the storm. So all 10 of those cups being full. This is reaping your harvest from the seeds that you've sown after great difficulty. But that storm watered your plants, okay? Watered those seeds in abundance. So your harvest is much more fruitful. It's more bountiful. And that's perfect. Emotional release on the bottom of the deck with the shamanic healing oracle. Chilling in the bath, lucky. I might just do that. It's snowing here again, man. Emotional release. You might have to have an emotional release, especially, 10 cups. Cups is emotion. Your cup runneth over. That's an emotional, that's an emotional release in itself. That's a joyful emotional release when you are so filled with joy, so filled with positive emotions that you're just, outpouring. And before you get to that point, the storm is going to cause you to release emotions, things maybe even buried in your psyche, in your subconscious, old patterns or old wounds, things that you haven't let go of or thought you did, maybe didn't fully let go of that. There's still some kind of residual energy lingering. This energy right now, with everything that's manifesting for everyone, because everyone's going through chaos energies right now, it's causing us to release these emotions, these residual things that are pushing our manifestation off just a little bit. Divine timing, right? So whenever you're not aligned, it's not going to happen. But alignment is divine timing. And we have the Four of Wands that showed up too. That's the 1111 card. Okay, that's alignment, divine timing also. That's positive outcomes. That's celebration, things to celebrate. This is unions, because they're celebrating at a wedding in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, or it could, spring equinox. So there is a lot of bounty. It's like your harvest is about to pay off. Like you're still doing the work, plucking the fruits. It's starting to produce, okay? But maybe not in the way that you expected, but just wait until tomorrow. Give it a little bit more time, and you're going to have an abundance even more than you can pick with your own hands. Okay. You might have to call in some help for this one. Hey, everyone, come here, help harvest my fruit, and I'll let you take a basket home, type of thing. Bartering, co-creating, past, present, and future showing up here. You are aligning. Look, those birds, there's 3 little birds, Bob Marley. Um, so they're aligned. They're all stacked one on top of the next. You see? So past, present, future. You are healing things in your past, in your present, so that your future can manifest. Grounded in. We have the grounding card. Grounded in. Okay, ground it down. Spend time in nature. Go outside and ground. Um, if it's snowing, just go hug a tree real quick or something. I've been spending time out there feeding the birds and talking to them, even though my cats want to kill them. I love them and I protect them so my cats can't kill any, and they haven't done it so far. So, and Duncan's really been trying. Um, so we have the Two of Cups showing up. This is the reversal of the Two of Cups, but again, I'm not getting that things aren't coming together. There's a delay. Okay. It's coming in late. It's late at night by this point. It starts out in the daytime. It looks like sunrise. Okay. And now it's dark. The stars are out. There's a beautiful bright star that's shining down upon them. Looks like they're talking about stars guiding people together, guiding situations together, destiny, things like that. So if something like that clicks for you, take that. But it could look like things are not coming together, but it's just taking longer. Okay, it's fashionably late. Hi, Sonia. It's just not in alignment just yet because there are certain things that need to be shed, things that need to be let go of, things that need to be healed. We have the Three of Swords showing up here. So it's showing up in the reverse. This is coming out of that period of healing. Okay, so things are going to start to trickle in if they haven't already. Your manifestations are going to start coming to fruition if they haven't already. So just be patient, ground it in, know that it's done, know that it's here. Okay. We have the Reunion of Souls card. I saw like groups of people coming together, more the co creation. Um, and I did just talk about bartering. So um, this is also like manifesting your soul tribe, your soul family. More people coming in that are aligned to your frequency, and it feels like you've known them forever. Um, they have good intentions. You have so much new, so much beauty coming in to replace all of this stuff that's being taken away from you right now, that's being eclipsed out of your life. Okay. That you're going back over to see, does this really serve me anymore? Or can I let this go? Mercury and Venus both retrograde right now. So it's bringing up a lot of things to rehash. Okay. But you're inviting in the new, even if it's not only people, you're going to have opportunities, situations, things that are positive for you because they have good intentions. Your higher self, your spirit team, the universe, source, God, Buddha, whatever, have good intentions for you and respond to the frequency that you're emitting. So if you get right in your frequency, you align to the frequency of all of this goodness, then that's all that can come into you. But it's like you're the one that's stopping yourself from getting there. Um, so purge all of this stuff that's coming up for you. Allow these situations to transform you, to break you in ways so that it's like seeing like a dog or an animal go roll in the mud or something, and then it starts to dry, crack, and kind of fall off. That's the image that I'm getting, is like you've been through the mud, now it's just gotta dry and harden and then crack off of you. um So it's like a mud mask. Just think of it as a spa day, okay? That's what these things that are breaking away from you right now. It's like you're shedding the skin, year of the snake, right? But they're likening it to like coming out of a mud bath or something. I don't know. Family issues. You could have things going on with regard to family members right now. This could even be friends within friend groups, or like people in the spiritual communities, things like that. You could be noticing just people are having quarrels, disagreements. There's a lot of misalignment going on. It's because everyone's just got a lot of residue surfacing right now. And whenever people are going through trying times, they're more sensitive. They're perceiving the world through their lens of experience, past experiences and all the things that are surfacing for them. So they're looking through that lens right now. Um, if someone acts harshly towards you, it's like, don't really take it personally, but enforce boundaries, advocate for yourself. Don't let anyone just treat you like dirt. But, and that applies to basically everything. They're talking about work too. So there could be issues at work. We did talk about like a coworker or something, someone was going to get let go because things are going to be uncovered, could pertain to that situation too. um, but it's a learning experience, okay, for you placing boundaries, for you advocating for yourself. My throat chakra is trying to close up right now. So someone needs to speak up. You need to learn to advocate for yourself. You need to set wheels in motion, even if it's like you need to make a phone call because you can't handle this situation yourself. You know someone that can help you. So you need to reach out and ask for help. It doesn't make you weak. Um, Everyone needs help from time to time. Okay. So speak up, advocate for yourself, ask someone for help. Smile, you will win the court case. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're in an actual court case or not. It's just the situation, whatever you're dealing with right now, you're going to come out on top. You're going to win. There are solutions and they are surfacing for you. Okay. If they haven't started to, things are going to start trickling in soon. The energy is starting to shift more in your favor. We're still going to be going through some turbulent energies for, probably until June. Um, but move through them. Okay. Don't block yourself up. You are your own blockages showing up, and think about things differently. Okay. You block yourself off from your abundance whenever you are thinking and allowing yourself to ruminate on these intrusive thoughts or just negativity. So don't dwell there. Forgive the situation, forgive yourself in the situation, whatever you need to do, forgive other people if that pertains to your situation, but apologies and forgiveness is showing up, and stay authentic. Authenticity is the highest frequency. Okay. Whenever you vibrate at your soul's true frequency, at, you know, vibrating at the rate of truth, whatever your truth is, that's authenticity. So do more of that. It's good for your mental health. And if you're having mental health issues, reach out, ask for help. Okay. Reach out to a professional. You can reach out in the group, ask for support. We'll all send it. Healing, support, love. We'll encourage you. We'll support you in any way that we can. Okay. So don't think that, and I got car problems right now. See, that's causing me some mental health issues. Oh, Atlanta. But this is spiritual protection. All right. It's happening for a reason. You may not ever know what you're being protected from, but trust and know that you are protected in every situation. And even if the situation looks dire, even if it looks impossible to overcome, you are protected, you are guided, and there is a solution. You are being guided to the solution, even if they have to knock you on the head with a branch and make you get Suzanne, okay? They're going to make you move forward. It's time to move forward, they said. Okay, it is time. Their arms are up. They're like, it's about time. Get out of here. Move. Full moon. Culmination energy. Endings. Conclusions. Cycles ending. Tides changing. We talked about the tides changing. I love you. So get moving. Your life plan is unfolding as it should. Even if it looks like things are stuck, things are stagnant right now, things aren't going the way that you want. I thought this was my destiny, I thought this was my purpose, I thought this was supposed to be that way. It's unfolding exactly as it should, even if it doesn't look like it. Because when we are forced to become resourceful, then we unlock certain energies. We're more open to receiving, and we're also adjusting with contrast, right? We're adjusting and pivoting, refining our desires, and applying what we've learned, what we've gained, and creating new things. That's what we're meant to do. We're creators. So um, you are your purpose. You are your purpose. Don't settle for temporary happiness. Okay? Don't place your happiness outside of yourself on anyone, anything, any situation. That job isn't worth it. That person isn't worth it. That situation isn't worth it if it's taking you out of your authenticity. If it's got you seeking love outside of yourself, that is inauthentic. So don't settle for temporary happiness. Don't go for the quick dopamine hit. Okay, it might be very tempting, but you need to focus on yourself. This was protection and bad habits showing up. So you could have a bad habit of chasing the dopamine hit. You could be neurodivergent, diagnosed or not, doesn't matter. And it's not a condition. I hate that they use diagnosis and talk about it being a condition and a thing that you have. It's a different way of being. It's just you have different wiring. Okay, it doesn't make you any less than, it makes you a superhuman. So it's not like this condition. But anyway, um, bad habits, it's protection. You may go for the quick dopamine hit on this person, situation, or just going and doing something that you shouldn't do. We have addictions and things like that, right? Humans can become addicted to anything, not just substances. So be mindful of maybe your go-to's for self-comfort. They might not be so healthy for you. um, Pause and reflect. They're saying pause and reflect, meditate on it, because there's something that will click in the meditation. Um, and that's why you're experiencing what you are right now. That's why you're experiencing the temptation. That's why, um, you're getting like immediate. It's not punishment. Okay, it's not punishment. It's just you're being taught a lesson. That thing is not aligned to where you're going and what where how far you've come. So you're going to get, it's like you're going to touch the fire and you're going to get burned. It's going to backfire. Something perceived to be negative to you is going to happen out of that kind of energy. So heal yourself to heal the world. Don't worry about everything else outside of you. Don't worry about placing your happiness on any kind of situation, person, experience, whatever it is. I don't care. You are the most important. Not that habit, not that substance, not that behavior, not that thought pattern. You. So heal it. Okay? Then you won't feel the compulsory need. I think I screwed that up. Yeah. But the compulsion and the need to go outside of yourself to make yourself feel better. Um, if the world around you seems turbulent, stop. You need to meditate. You need to go within. Everything is triggering you right now so that you do cut off external stimuli, people, situations that don't deserve your precious energy right now. Because think about it, when you're in a healing phase, you are energetically, you're putting so much energy to healing yourself. So, your energy can be bogged down. That's why we get like exhausted. That's why we, experience the spiritual depression type energy. It's because we're putting so much energy into healing these areas of ourself. So we have very little precious energy to spare. And if you're giving it to everyone and everything else besides yourself, then you have a real problem. So focus on yourself, okay? Act on that idea. Meditate. they said things are going to click in place. You might receive an idea, some kind of a download, something that you need to pay attention to, another rabbit hole to go down or something. You never know. So follow that, act on that, research it, do whatever you need to do. You might come upon some kind of a healing modality that really just resonates with your soul, and then you want to learn more about it, and that helps to heal you. You might be wanting to do research on, different gurus and people that have done extraordinary things, like Dolores Cannon, for example. So, um, do that, go down that rabbit hole. That's part of your healing process. So I don't know who that's for, but go down the rabbit hole. You have the power to make yourself better. No one else has the power to do that. That's that temporary dopamine hit. Okay, that's a fix. That's a drug. That's an addiction. You have the power to make yourself better. No one and nothing else outside of you. Your energy ripples, you inspire others. You have no idea. And this is so cute because these cards were both in dead center of the reading, and they both have hearts all over them. Well, this one has the one, but that other one has hearts all over it. And they came out, like that in the spread. So really heart centered reading, literally. So go within, focus on the heart space. We're going to actually talk a little bit about that here in a minute. I've got a little just kind of guided visual to take you guys through for being able to discern your intuition over your ego, your heart over your head. Okay. So tune back into that heart space. We have the Star card. You are grounding your dreams into reality. Remember that grounding card that came out with that past, present, future, and the reunion of souls? Remember that earlier? Yeah. Star card. You are grounding it into your reality. It takes time. And I know I hate time. I hate it. I'm not used to time. You probably aren't either, and that's why you don't like time, and maybe you run late for stuff, and maybe you lose track of time, and time is just so confusing. I sometimes don't even remember what year we're in or month, or let alone the day. So yeah, the timing, it's all about divine timing. It doesn't matter. So get in alignment. um, Ground your desires down to the earth plane. Okay. It doesn't matter how far fetched they are, how big these dreams are, you can do it. You are healing the past and the present to create your future. Okay. You're grounding down your soul's purpose, and you're a master manifester. This is like the land of creation. Humans are so potent with their creation energy. You can create worlds, and you do. So create the right one. Oh, good, Dale. Thank you. Hi, Linda. So to polish her off here, we've got the Emperor. That's that divine masculine energy. He doesn't jump on every single thing that's laid at his feet. People come to him asking to be funded for their farms, or, whatever businesses, or whatever they come to him for. And he's not going to jump on every single little thing. It's just like being a business owner, and people want to, come to you to collaborate or have you invest in their business. And if it's something that you don't see being valuable, or like you don't see it working out, people responding well to it, you're not going to dump $5 million and hand it to them whenever they just want to, like, redesign the Q-tip or something. I don't know. So pick and choose. Okay. Be mindful of your worth and your value, and don't accept any less than that. Just like Kara, she's a prime example. Her new job, they they agreed on a starting out wage for this new position within the same place. And they wanted her. So after the whole interview process and they gave it to her, they were like, oh, this is the salary. And she was like, I don't know what to do because that's not what we discussed. Anyway, she ended up following her intuition and advocating for herself and saying, hey, you want me to start doing this and all of that, and this is different and more and blah, blah, blah. So you're going to pay me what I'm worth, or I'm just going to like kick it back over here and stay with, stay where I'm comfortable at. So they kicked that starting wage out a lot more, so create your own opportunities, advocate for yourself. Don't just jump on anything and everything because it's handed to you because it looks like this. Barter. And I know I'm not good at bartering. Um, I try to get better at bartering, but I kind of really suck at it, or I have until this far. We'll see. But yeah, haggling, that's what it is. Haggling, bartering, same thing. But like haggling prices down. um, don't just jump on every single thing. Don't just, like, if you're looking for love, say you don't have any kind of anything available to you at the moment. There's no one on your mind, no one close by, no one, blows your dress up, nothing. But you want a relationship. So some stranger comes along and they've got the right words and they've got the right look, and the mask is looking like everything great, but you're like, I'm not sure. My intuition is saying, Erk, hey Jay. So listen to that, okay? Don't settle, because that could be like your little carrot that they're dangling. Like, do you want the old thing that's wearing the mask, or do you want to listen to your intuition and just keep going and have the actual real thing that has everything on your order for a person, everything on your list, even the smallest, most minute details about a little fleck in their eye or something, like on Practical Magic, right? Or I think that was the movie. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So you can manifest it right down to the most minute detail. Just don't jump on every single opportunity that comes your way because it's wrapped up in a pretty bow, or it's just the only option at the time. Hold out, because you're valuable, you're worthy, you're worth much more than that. So don't settle for temporary happiness. Boom. That's what they said. All right, guys. That's done. I'm going to have to wet my whistle. My voice is starting to crack. Oh, okay. Let me clean these cards up and we'll talk. Run away. Yeah. Exactly, Susan. No, run away. Oh, hey, Danielle. If it's a mask, it will come off as soon as they think you're trapped. Exactly. You talking from experience? Yes, ma'am. How you doing, beauty? Nice to see your gorgeous face in here. Danielle's a friend from Many Moons. Oh, here we go. Many, many moons. Practical Magic, one blue eye and one green eye. There you go. Okay. I don't know. Maybe someone wants someone with like a little fleck in their eyeball or something. I don't know. Thanks, Wendy. Yes. I think this is the first time I've seen you in the comments on one of my lives. Thank you. And it's lovely to see you, darling. All right. She and I share the same bestie, female bestie. my my friend Mandy from high school. She and Danielle were best friends first, and then I came in, and then we were kind of like the three best friends that anyone could have. It works out. Not a third wheel type of thing. I miss our lady luncheons. She makes the best green goddess dressing, and her coffee cake is to die for. Any of her baked goods. Oh, good. Thank you. I didn't know that. All right, I put everything up. That's what I was reaching for something. I didn't know what, but I was reaching for the wrong thing because I emailed it to myself. So I got to look on my computer. All right. Intuition versus ego. Intuition argues. I mean, ego argues. You see that? Mercury retrograde. Ego argues. Intuition doesn't. It doesn't try to convince you. Intuition is like a knowing. It's subtle, okay, but it's very solid. Like you know, miss you, honey. Intuition, or sorry, ego wants to explain, justify, overthink, or defend. Like just like we talked about earlier in the reading, like you see a red flag or your intuition is saying nope about this person, but you're trying to defend it, bring up excuses like, oh no, I'm just, in the negative thought patterns again, and we're not going there type of thing. No, listen to your intuition. If your intuition says don't do it, that's not being negative, that's being positive. It's trying to reroute you, okay? It's like your GPS, okay, rerouting. So when this happens, like, because a lot of times someone will have something that they're very connected to, something that they're really attached to, the way that this outcome goes, right? um it's like dumping snow right now, but you're attached to the outcome, so you'll have the intuition, you'll have one thing saying one thing and then one thing saying the other, and it's like, which one is right? My intuition doesn't shut up, but my ego is always kicking intuition in the face. Oh my gosh, Holly. It happens, okay? Um, but just whenever that happens, stop and just place your hand over your heart and say, does this feel like a whisper I trust or a shout I'm afraid of ignoring? And that can trace back to if you had an abusive or neglectful or angry caregiver, or one that, punished you for doing things that they deemed wrong or not doing things correctly. Those things can all play into our ability to trust if it's our intuition or our ego. So, place your hand on your heart. That's connecting with the heart space. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, even if it's just for a minute. It doesn't matter if you're in public or not. Let them think that you're crazy. Shake your ass while you're doing it and really make them think. Oh, that's okay, Wendy. Hi. Nice to see you, love. Could have been selling my products months ago at the store. Yeah. See, our ego can get in the way. It's trying to help us, right? It's trying to protect us from disappointment, or from being hurt, from being traumatized because of past experiences, usually beginning early childhood, because most of our ego is developed in the first 7 years. So if you had an unsafe, um, home life in those years, or even if it was just you had parents that had to work all the time, or a one parent household and they were working all the time, or they were gone all the time for some reason, and you felt neglected, abandoned, things like that, can really cause you to second guess, especially if you're worried still about an authority figure. That you're an adult now, you don't have one of those anymore, but a lot of us still carry that over to adulthood, is being afraid of getting in trouble for misstepping, or for doing something wrong. So um that takes doing shadow work, that takes doing that inner child healing, and going back and really being able to get that child to really understand that they can trust you. You're the adult now, you're the parent now, and they're safe with you. Oh, love you, Mala. Thanks for popping in, love. We love Mala. All right. Using your body as a barometer. Ego is usually loud in the mind, while intuition often speaks through the body. Always outside of my home. My mom is spoiled. Oh, you have a good mama. We love her. Mama Joanne. I know she's watching probably, but she's just not commenting. Everyone say hi to Mama Joanne. Okay, so butterflies, excitement, a lightness, any kind of feeling like that when facing a decision or a situation is going to be your intuition. That soft, subtle whisper, but it's a sure voice, right? That's the one. But the ego can often shout over that, kick it in the face like Holly's. Um, you know, it can try to drown that out. And that's how you know this is definitely ego. Um, so like if it is ego, you'll feel like a heaviness, a tightness in the chest more often than not, some kind of a resistance or an unsettling feeling, an uncertain feeling. Those are going to be your ego. So pay attention to the soft, subtle, balanced voice because that is your higher self. That is your spirit team. Um, and also, intuition is peaceful. It doesn't feel rushed. We've talked about this before too, is how when intuitive um, an intuitive hit comes in or an intuitive guidance comes in, it won't be rushing. It won't be fearful. It won't be any of those things. That's the ego. The ego creates the urgency. Ego creates pressure and panic. Like you have to do this right now or else. Wow, I'm having so much flashbacks right now on this subject. Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Wendy. I think it's a good thing. It looks like things are you're connecting some more dots there. Yours is the gut, it gets twisty. Yeah, that gut feeling people talk about. Mine always happens like in the heart space, but a lot of people, most often, I think, get the gut feeling. If it's something like that I need to listen to um, for like safety reasons, like whenever I was about to leave my ex because I understood that things were going to get seriously dangerous for me. Um, I had that gut, like that unsettling, just nauseous, but like a boulder was sitting in there. Um, so it wasn't like, go, 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 he's coming to whatever. It was more like, you need to move faster, okay, to get this to subside. But it was nothing like panic or anything like that. Yes, Joanne says hello back, even if she doesn't say it. She's um not so much the commenter. She's the observer. We love her. So, okay. Ask yourself in those situations. Oh, she did. She made it. Ask yourself in those situations, if I made a decision, made this decision in 24 hours. Oh, there you are, Joanne. If I made this decision in a day, if I made this decision tomorrow, would I feel more at peace or more fearful? So that often can indicate whether you're feeling more of intuition or ego because it's putting off. And if it's ego, it's going to be like, no, 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 freaking out. So you're like, okay, that's ego, so I'm going to listen to this quieter one and we're going to move this way. Ego often comes from what you should do, um, because of like social programming or from fear or conditioning by caregivers, things like that. Like you need to do this or else there's going to be consequences. So that's more from the ego because it's reminding you, like, hey, remember when we were little and you didn't do what you were told and then there was severe punishment consequences. Yeah, that we can't let that happen again. So that's your ego trying to protect you, but it's getting in the way now at this point. Your intuition will come from a space of truth, a calm inner knowing saying, I know this is right for me. Um, so always listen to where the shoulds are coming from, where you feel you're being told that you should do something, and kind of uncover that. Maybe do a little bit of shadow work, write it down, or put a note in your phone if you can't do it right then and there, to do some meditation later on and connect back with that. See what you can bring up from that. But hey, Steph. Okay, let's move down. reframing intuition as soul memory. Okay, so intuition is higher self information, right? We know this, and it can come through in many different ways. There's clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, cognizance, all kinds of different ways that your intuition will give you information, signs and symbols around you, even in your environment. So um, it's information coming from the higher self. So it's like, yeah, okay, so it's your soul's memory. It's remembering these truths from your soul. It's receiving that information, those downloads, as memories, because our soul remembers, but our human gets in the way, and part of that human is ego. Hi, Jeffrey. um, So sometimes it's hard to hear because we don't always trust ourselves, especially if we feel that we've made a lot of bad decisions in our past, things that we judge as bad decisions, then we're not going to really trust ourselves as much. So if you've done that, if you've had experiences in your younger years, or certain periods of your life where you felt that you made really bad decisions and maybe you can't trust yourself, you need to go back there. You need to do that shadow work. And now's the perfect time with retrograde season and eclipse season here, to really work with this and feel through all of that stuff and let it go, so it's not clouding our intuition so much. um, all right, let me scroll down here. Okay. Okay. So collective energy with regard to intuition and ego. Whenever the energies are intense, like right now, everything's in chaos. Um, that uncertainty, that fear, the collective energy, especially because everyone here is empathic, you'll pick up on that energy too. So you need to first discern: is this my energy or is this not my energy? Right? Um, oops. Oh, cool. Thank you. Thanks, Jeffrey. It's nice to see you, love. Thanks for joining us. Um, so that energy, if you're picking up on those energies from the collective, then that can amplify your egoic responses. And egoic isn't always talking about people like, oh, they're so full of themselves. The ego is a very human thing. We all have it. It's very positive. It serves its purpose. But a lot of times it gets in the way because of all of the experiences, and it's dead set on trying to avoid anything like that happening in the future again. So that's why it's in place. So working with that ego, teaching it, showing it, hey, take a back seat and just watch how this pans out, because we're doing things differently this time. Circumstances are different. So just watch us do this, okay? And that's how you can work with your ego to move through those kinds of things. Um, if you're struggling to hear your intuition, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're just surrounded by a lot of external chatter. You're surrounded by a lot of external circumstances in your reality that may be reflecting certain things to you that are triggering this response, this emotional response. So um, you need to come back to your own signal, your own energy, okay? And you can achieve that with meditation, with breath work. If you missed the episode with Steph the other day, he talked about balancing the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang, yin and yang. um, and he had a beautiful breath work exercise for balancing your masculine and feminine energies, the yin and the yang, so that you can make more balanced and clear decisions. So, let's see. Yeah. Now I'm going to just go through a little bit of an exercise with you guys when you're faced with something where you're not sure if it's your ego or your intuition. Um, so you guys can do this with me if you want, or you can go back to this at a later date, whatever you want. But just take a moment even if everything's chaotic around you, just take a moment, like we talked about with the hand over the chest, over the heart. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, or just soften your gaze. Even if you don't feel like closing your eyes, if you're surrounded by a bunch of people and don't want to look like a weirdo, which I don't care, I would do it anyway, but whatever feels best for you in the moment. So close your eyes or soften your gaze, and then take a slow, deep breath through your nose, and then let it out gently through your mouth, blowing that energy away. Okay, you're blowing out any kind of stress, any kind of resistance that's built up, any kind of anxiety or heightened emotions. So do that again, and do it a minimum of 3 times. So breathe in deep into your belly, and then release and blow it out the door. That's what when I work with my aunt, I tell her, just blow it out the door. Just, blow it at the door as hard as you can. So after you do the breath work, bring your mind to a recent situation or decision you're unsure about, or the situation that you're facing. And notice what happens in your body when you focus on that situation. Do you feel tension in your chest? Do you feel your stomach kind of getting iffy, swirling around, getting in knots, anything like that? Is there a sense of urgency or panic in the headspace? That is likely the voice of your ego trying to protect you or fix something, or force you to make a decision. So take another deep breath if you're feeling those things, and let that energy soften. Blow it out the door. And now ask yourself, what would happen if I did nothing right now? What if I just waited and listened? Then feel into your heart space. Focus here. Drop from the brain consciously to the heart space, and breathe into your chest, into your heart space. Now ask, is there a deeper knowing here? Does your body feel more open, or does it feel tight? Does it feel heavy, or does it feel light? Does it feel peaceful, or does it feel pressured? This is how your intuition speaks, not in panic, with peace. And it's not always going to be words that come to you. It's a feeling, it's a knowing, it's a sensation in the body. So allow your body to be your compass. Let your breath be your guide. Anytime you're feeling anxious, anytime you're feeling rushed or pressured, stop and breathe deeply, because chances are you're shallow breathing, and your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. So when you breathe in deeply and you oxygenate your blood, it goes to your brain, you're able to see and feel things a lot more clearly. So when you're feeling under stress or anything like that, deep breaths all the way into the belly. Um, Unless you're going from the head to the heart space and breathing into the heart space, right? Then breathe in to the heart space. But when it's intuition, the body feels open, light, clear. Yes, gut feeling is intuition. Um, you'll feel more grounded, um, even if the guidance that you receive is something that you didn't expect. it's still going to feel balanced. It's not going to feel scary. Tons of plants, tons of oxygen. I love that. Um, when it's ego, the body might feel tight. It might feel like it's buzzing or shaky, hot or restricted, contracted. You might feel like the elephant on your chest. So start to pay attention to your body, because your body is your guide. It will let you know, but sometimes when we're rushed, when we're in anxiety, we're not in our body, we're in our mind. We're not feeling what's going on here. So step back, take a few deep breaths, and really focus on that heart space instead of the mind, because the mind can play tricks on you. Um, but if you continue to practice these things, I still do, it's really easy as someone who is extrasensory and receives a lot of information from the environment. It can be really, really difficult in a lot of situations. Being at the grocery store is like one of my main battles. So I'm constantly deep breathing, grounding, rebalancing in the grocery store, because the lights, the sounds, all the people and all of their energies and all of the energies that they carry from everything else, and just people that were there but left and are not there anymore. It's a lot. So we have to consciously direct ourselves to stop, take some deep breaths, and feel into our body. What is our intuition telling us? And go from there. So we've had tons of people recently asking how to decipher your intuition and your ego. So let me know if I touched on everything, or if there are any questions about anything I said, or anything that anyone else wants to add. We were never taught this. It was always look outside of us for anything. Yeah. So we have to teach ourselves. We have to be, we have to reparent ourselves. Even if we did have amazing parents, you know, it was a different time. They were raised by, people that had their own programming and things like that. So even if they were wonderful and supportive in every way, there there are certain things that, coming in as volunteers, as star seeds, as whatever, whatever label you want to throw on it, they weren't equipped to really, address those things. So even if they had the most beautiful intentions and raised you in the most beautiful way, there's still, information that has been missing for thousands of years. So it's not their fault. They just didn't have the equipment. You felt light, Dale. That's awesome. Oh, Annie's listening now. Yay. Hi, Annie. I'm glad. Hopefully that helps. I'll have to do I plan on getting it done eventually. I've had a lot of 3D stuff popping off lately, as you guys know, but I do still plan to release meditations and stuff to my YouTube channel, so I'll definitely have to make one for that as well. Intuition is always positive, negative self-talk and judgment of ourselves and others is always ego. Yes. Even if it's a difficult situation that we would perceive as not being positive, the intuition will always be positive. It will always be solution focused. It will always be the ones to bring in the solutions. So your son is so chill. Awesome. In different times. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, anyone have any questions or any kind of scenarios where maybe it was difficult for you to discern intuition versus ego, and how that panned out for you? Either way, whether you listened to it or not. We got some time. Wow, I'm doing better on time than I thought. I thought for sure we were getting close to an hour and a half, but we're not. Was my reading short today? Or was my talking about the subject short? It felt like it took a long time. My voice kept cracking. I'm like a prepubescent boy with my voice cracking off. give you guys a few minutes. And tomorrow and Saturday are my days off, but I'll be back with you guys on Sunday. And Matt's going to be joining me with an amazing meditation that I don't know exactly what it's about, honestly. I just know that it's really awesome. It's going to be really healing. Um, so always right on time. Divine timing, Steph. We're on divine timing. Um, so yeah, Matt will be joining us on Sunday whenever we come back with a beautiful, very long meditation. Okay, the subject was short. Did it cover all the bases though? I want to make sure that you guys are getting everything out of it and I'm just not like, you know, side questing a lot. That's why I got it all down on, on screen in a list so that I could touch on everything. I altered time. I tend to do that. Oh, you know what I did right before the podcast? I forgot to tell you guys. So Lyra was coming up to visit me on my desk before I began, and I have my golden Icelandic spar, um, and I have it on my little dragon stand. Okay, and it's the same way she comes up and down off the desk usually, but she knocked it over, and I like no, because I didn't want it to, get messed up on the ground. And I telekinesis that bitch onto my bed. The dragon fell on the ground, and something else. My tuning fork little banger thingy, this little this little guy fell on the ground, but my spar jumped onto the bed, so it didn't get hurt. And I was like, oh, cool. I've done that like with whole people and stuff, moving them so they don't get like hit by a car or something. I've done it. I pretty much covered it all. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Steph. Realizing that I need to slow down and be patient. I ask questions and then just go ahead with what I'm thinking. Yeah. Definitely feel into your body, feel into the heart space, just to double check. Thanks, Wendy. I thought so too. I was a little impressed with myself on that one because I would have cried. I seriously think I would have cried. I've been emotional for the last week, so I probably would have. Love you, Ben. Good night. I'm so glad that you found us too. You were just perfectly aligned, weren't you? All right, guys. So since we covered all the bases, I guess I will let you guys get back to your evening, and I'm going to probably stay up late because whenever I don't have to wake up early for like school, even if I try to go to bed early, I stay up late. So I'll probably stay up late and sleep in tomorrow, and really enjoy my couple of days. So it's very positive when someone else informs my kiddos. They tend to really listen. Yeah, that's how kids are, though, aren't they? Annie gets so much public anxiety. Yes, bubble up, Annie. Wear your protective crystals and stuff. Bubble up, ground yourself because there's so much stimulation going on everywhere around us in this world, and so much energy everywhere. So definitely always bubble up, ground yourself, do your breath work if you're feeling anxious or anything like that. And if you need to, like take some earbuds or something along with you or some noise canceling headphones. Hey, bro, that was shaken up. Thanks. Then do that. Sorry, my kid wanted me to open up a soda and it was shaken up. So yeah, do your breath work, do your grounding anytime you feel overstimulated, do whatever you need to do to bring comfort to yourself. So the noise canceling headphones or anything like that, sunglasses with like a lot of light around, light stimuli, like do what you can to kind of not suppress, but like kind of soften the stimuli because you're going out in the city and you're at school and you're doing all of these things. You're really interacting with a lot of energies, whether you're engaging with these people or not, and other, there's energy everywhere. So if you're overwhelmed energetically, do everything that you need to do to bring comfort to yourself. um, anything healthy, right? Thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful evening. And I will see you guys on Sunday with Matt doing a beautiful meditation. So take care and I love you. Mwah. I will see you